Some of the standards you carry into an evaluation are not standards at all. They are habits, things your own training taught you to value, which you have quietly started treating as universal truth. This unit brings discipline to your listening. 4 practices that question what you actually believe mastery requires. First, question what mastery requires. When you feel a coach falling short, ask, is the standard I am holding them to actually in the criteria or tied to my training, my worldview, my style? The test is simple. If a behavior is not required by the competency framework, it is not a standard, it is your preference. Distinguish what the ICF defines as mastery from what your own practice has simply normalized. Second, uncover your jargon and dogma. You have favored techniques, values, maybe a model you trust completely. Those may be valuable in your own coaching. The danger is when they go invisible and become the bar you hold everyone to. A visible standard is defined by the ICF criteria, applied consistently to every coach and defensible in calibration. An invisible standard is rooted in your style, applied selectively, impossible to justify to appear. One is criterion referenced. The other is just you referencing yourself. Third, assess your inner terrain. As you evaluate, notice what is happening in you on 4 levels. Intellectually, am I reasoning from the criteria or defending a conclusion I reached in the first 5 minutes? Emotionally, am I drawn to or resistant to this coach's energy? Intuitively, is a gut reaction setting my score before I have looked at the evidence? Physically, am I tired, impatient, overly certain? You cannot quiet what you have not noticed. Fourth, activate cultural intelligence. Coaching is expressed differently across regions, languages, identities, and cultures. So hold 2 sentences close. Unfamiliar does not mean ineffective. A style you have never encountered may fully meet the criteria. Different does not mean incompetent. Variation in pacing, directness, and silence reflects cultural context, not a skill deficit. Your cultural frame is one frame among many. The criteria are the shared reference point, not your norm. Put the 4 together and you have a way to keep your listening honest. Question what mastery requires. Uncover your dogma. Assess your inner terrain. Activate cultural intelligence. Each does the same job from a different angle, separating your internal reaction from your objective evaluation. The reaction is allowed. It just is not the verdict. Notice that everything so far has been solitary work. Your identity, your filters, your inner terrain. Important and not enough. Because the filters you cannot see, you cannot question alone. The standards that have gone invisible to you are often plainly visible to someone else. That is the next practice area. Integrity in community, where you stop checking your bias by yourself and let other people help you see what you have been missing.